guys. Thanks for jumping on here. Hopefully some more people jump on as we get going. But yeah, you're muted, and if you want to unmute yourself and say anything or talk, you definitely can. Of course, chat box at the bottom of the screen if you want to do that. I think everyone's been on this before, except for Megan has been on a call, right?
Yeah, she has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for hopping on, everyone. So that's really awesome. And I've got a few things to go over. We'll try to keep this again to 30 minutes and it'll be
Seems
quick
to be
and
like a good time frame.
Yeah. So
you can start with, because you wanted to talk about that.
Okay. Being coachable is a big thing. We went live yesterday and talked about some stuff.
Was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday before.
Yeah. And that was one of the things we were going to talk about tonight. And basically, it pertains to coaching, obviously, but also anything in life. School, relationships, jobs, everything is being coachable. And basically what that means is being willing to listen and get better at stuff and not getting all offended and butthurt when somebody talks to you.
Be in a constant stage of learning.
Yeah.
And be okay with that.
Yeah, it's not saying like you go to school and your teacher's like, I mean, some teachers might say this, but like, you're dumb, you failed your test. It's like, no, like you missed some questions. We need to figure out why you missed them. Am I not teaching you correctly? Are you struggling with studying? And this is the same type of stuff, you know, like being coachable is like allowing people to tell you things and soak up the knowledge and then go out there and do it. And if you're struggling, be willing to ask questions and be told like maybe you aren't working as hard as you think you are, you know, and gut check time. When we do calls with the coaches and like I talk to Amy and other top coaches, they'll call you out like big time. Like, are you posting? Are you doing your workouts? Are you inviting? And it sucks sometimes because they're telling truths, but it's not telling you that you're doing stuff wrong. It's trying to make you a better person, a better coach, better at fitness, whatever it may be. So you have to be willing to listen and then go do it, you know. And I always do a lot of videos and talk about saying that talk is cheap, because it is. You know, we could sit here all day long talking about the stuff we want to do, the stuff that we wish we could do, but it doesn't mean anything until you actually do it, you know. Like us saying like, oh, we want to move to an island, like I'm sure a lot of people are like, yeah, it's a load of crap, that'll never happen. But we wanted it bad enough, and guess what? Moving to an island, because we didn't just talk the talk, we're walking the walk, and that's what it takes, you know. And as fitness coaches and lifestyle coaches, you're not perfect. We aren't perfect. We miss days. We eat stuff we shouldn't eat. We skip trainings. We don't post as much. We're human, you know. You can't beat yourself up. That's perfectly fine, you know, but you have to be willing to listen to other people and give you help and tips and go, okay, well, maybe I'm not doing as much as I can, but I can definitely be better. And that's what we're here for, you know, like coaching you guys and helping you guys so that in turn you pass it on to your own coaches and your own challengers. And then you'll be doing team calls and setting up calls with new coaches and saying these same exact things, you know, because we were at that point at one time too. And I think that's where the disconnect happens quite a bit with newer coaches and then coaches that aren't seeing success, as they think that for some reason that we just started off as diamonds, or Amy started off making $100,000 a year her first month. No, we all had to start at the bottom just like everybody else, but we were willing to be coachable to build it up. Like we had to struggle. We still struggle. We get told no all the time. There's days we don't want to work out and we just want to lay around and eat crap. Like, we're real people too, you know, but we also work a lot.
I was going to say, on the other side of being coachable, you have to put in the action that you always hear us say.
Yeah.
And I know you probably get tired of us kind of saying the same things over and over again. But obviously that's like important if we keep saying it. So just be in a constant stage of learning new things, trying new things, growing as a person, and then applying those things to what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn and apply.
Yeah, and we're never, like we said, we're never going to tell you you're doing something like wrong per se. We're always going to give you ideas of what you can keep like expanding on.
What you could maybe do differently or do that might.
We're not telling like you're a horrible coach, you're stupid, blah, blah. We're like, hey, you want to build a business? You want to
this isn't working, maybe this will work.
You want to get to Emerald? You need to do this. If you want to get in better shape, you need to do this. If you want to attract coaches, do this. It's just like we're always willing to help the people that are willing to listen and ask for help. You know, the only ones who don't get any help are the ones that don't ask and don't show up. So that's a big thing. Being coachable is huge for anything in life. So what do you got?
So I made a comment or a post in the team page a couple days ago asking for training topics, and Lindsay had made the comment about not knowing exactly how to post to where it doesn't seem like you're being like super pushy or like always trying to say like join my challenge group or like join coaching. So I just kind of wanted to go over the difference between maybe a hard invite and a soft invite. So a hard invite is like when you're literally saying like join blah blah blah. So it's like really direct. A soft invite is more subtle, and so I have an example that I posted on Instagram that I'll read to you guys, and it's me just holding a cup of coffee, and it just says, bulletproof coffee with some cinnamon and cocoa powder sprinkles on a Monday morning. Fall has officially arrived here in the Pacific Northwest. Mondays have become one of my favorite days of the week now. It's a perfect day for a fresh start and new goals, and now that I'm my own boss, I don't have the stress of having to get up to go to a job I don't like. Best feeling ever. It's kind of like an open-ended post. Like people want to go like, what are you doing? Like why, how come you can stay home? So that's more like a subtle invite to coaching. I don't know if you have any other examples.
And like
I'll try and find
like a hard invite would be like a more direct line.
Be like, do you want to change your life? And like I've posted
it'd be like a picture of us from Summit this year in Nashville. And be like, hey, for our job, we got to travel to Nashville this year and go be surrounded by 25,000 other fitness coaches and learn and train and grow, and we get to work from home. And if you're into fitness, you want to get more into fitness, like you can join our team. Just message me or comment below and do this. That's like a hard, like, bam, join type of post.
So, I mean, Amy has on Set Your Soul on Fire a calendar, and I haven't posted it for this month. But I'll post it in the group even though we're like halfway through the month. But it lays out like ideas of what to post each day. Like soft invite, hard invite, invite to challenge group, invite to coaching, blah, blah, blah. So I'll post that in the group for you guys to look over. Trying to think what else.
Well, and to the beauty of social media, there's different ways to post. Like we all have Facebook pages, right? Personal pages. You do want to talk about fitness on there as well, but you can throw in your personal stuff, the hiking, the nature.
Yeah, you don't want to
kids,
just do
the food, the husbands, the wives, whatever, but throw in your fitness posts too. Instagram is a lot more geared towards businesses and stuff like that. So it depends on what you want to share with, you know? Like if you're like Megan, for example, is a mom, and that's awesome. You could be like fit mom, hiking fit mom, Oregon fit mom, whatever you want to do. So you can loop in, and people are going to follow you and expect to see fitness posts and mom posts, like pictures of your daughter, pictures of you working out as a mom. Like it's more business oriented. So you can post strictly fitness stuff more so on Instagram all the time than you can Facebook. And that's what my brand is it's Cameron Zink Fitness on Instagram. So all my posts on Instagram are going to be fitness related, health related. That's what it's geared towards. But my personal page, yes, I share fitness stuff, but it also has like Courtney and the dogs and like motocross and hockey and funny stuff and lip syncs, because that's all more me because it's my personal side, which obviously fitness is included as well. But Instagram can be strictly fitness only, and that's perfectly fine. And that's a good way to reach people, for sure.
Okay, so we went over the hard and soft invites. Also, timing of the day to post. So social media kind of has like traffics of like most time people are on and like the least amount of time people are on. And so what we have kind of found out, like early in the morning around
like
7 or 8 is a good time to post. And then I post on the team page
around lunchtime.
Lunchtime, and then like think would you get on social media? that's when you're going to want to post, because that's when more eyes are going to see your stuff. So 7 o'clock at night is usually a really good time. So just keep that in mind when you're posting things. Like, don't post invites when it's like the middle of the day and most people are at work, because you probably aren't going to get seen, or it's not going to get seen as much as it would later on or at a better time. Do you have anything to add on to that?
Nope.
Okay. How many times a day on social media? Someone was asking that.
Yeah, and it varies. And Amy just did a call about this too, and people can tend to get overwhelmed. Gary Vaynerchuk, who is social media guru, entrepreneur, he is saying like 7 to 24 posts a day all across your social media.
Was it 24?
It was 24.
Whoops.
And people go, 24? I can't freaking do that.
But that counts as like Snapchats and...
But you also have to remember, if you're busier, if you go to school, if you have kids, jobs, all that stuff, maybe you don't have as much time to post. Whatever you can fit into the day, whether it's 5 posts or 100, just do it every day. That's the biggest thing. That's probably the biggest advice I could give to coaches, not just you guys, every Beachbody coach, because they'll post like 10 times on their day off or even more. And then they go back to work or school or whatever, and then they don't post for like a week and go, well, no one sees my stuff. I'm like, you haven't posted since August 9th that you worked out. Like, why the hell would somebody want to do your challenge group when you haven't even shared you've worked out in over a month? Like, you have to be consistent with your posts as well, because your own accountability, like letting people know you. So don't overwhelm yourself that you have to post like a ton every day. Just post something every day. That's the biggest thing.
Estimated like amount is like 3 to 4 times a day.
Because people want to track the journey. Like Kat, okay? She's up in the corner. She's at the gym. She's on the treadmill. If she's talking about like helping people come into the gym to train with her, she's talking about online groups, like I can help you out with this. What's the best way to get people interested or realizing that's what it takes? By Kat posting every day that she did her own workout. Because basically what she's saying is she doesn't have to be saying, join my group every day. What she's saying is like, hey guys, it's Monday, I worked out today. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, I worked out again. Hey, it's Wednesday, I worked out again. And people see it in their mind like, oh crap, like I guess if I want to lose weight and get in shape, I need to work out every day. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say to you. But if you're saying those things and you're not sharing it every day, like, hey guys, you really need to work out. That's the key to success. And then I never share about my workouts, no one's going to believe me. Like, why would I want to do that, Cam? You never work out. Yeah, I do. Prove it. Well, I do at home. Well, I never see it. Like, that's the point of social media. Like, people make fun of people who like to work out, like with bathroom selfies and workout selfies, but it's the accountability. Like, I'm at the gym. Boom, I did it. I did my run. Boom, I did it.
It's just holding you accountable.
Exactly.
And it's you documenting your journey like you would write in a journal.
And what's funny too is even as coaches, we're not perfect. We struggle, like we said. There's been times when I didn't post for a couple of days and people will message me. Not coaches, like followers. I'm like, hey man, you okay? I haven't seen you post your workouts in a couple of days.
Go crap.
Yeah? I'm fine. I expect to see him every day. I'm like, really? Like, oh crap, like I guess I better get back on track because Tim from Ohio keeps up on my fitness stuff. Like, so it does force you to be more accountable, which is the whole goal as well. Like, you want to get in better shape yourself. So that's kind of cool too. And like the recognition that Beachbody does, fellow coaches, like we always say, like we see what you guys post, we see what you're doing, like give somebody a shout out or message them and tell them a good job. Like if Bethany does an awesome live video and you see it, comment or message them like, that was awesome. Or like Megan does something, you're like, I love that post. Or Kat's live in her page, you're like, hey, what's up? I'm eating dinner. I love your talk. Like people want to know, like encouragement is huge. Like if you never think you're doing a good job, you're just going to give up because you don't think anyone cares. And if you see it and you genuinely care, let them know.
Yep.
Because it's nice to be told like, hey, you're awesome. Thanks. That makes me feel, no one gets told they're awesome and it feels like crap. Like, oh, you're telling me I'm awesome. Well,
and you guys are posting positive stuff on social media and people really do like the positive things. There's going to be people out there that are just going to be negative and be like, why are you posting so many gym selfies? Like, you just want attention. Like, no, I'm just holding myself accountable, and I would rather post a gym selfie than complain about something. So you just can't be scared of judgment.
People are going to judge you no matter what.
Exactly. So just post.
Yeah, they're either going to judge you because you work out too much, or they're going to judge you because you don't work out at all. Either way. They're like, you don't work out, loser. You work out too much, loser. Like, it doesn't matter. You might as well be doing the thing that's actually bettering your life. And I think Bethany had this question, and Mary Terry and a couple other people, but inviting to coaching. Terry.
You said Mary.
I said Mary.
And Terry. You said like Mary, Terry.
Bethany, Francis, P, the third. I don't know. People have this question.
Okay.
Inviting to coaching, how to talk about coaching. That's probably the thing that people have the most questions with, because it's scary. It's something different. And here's the two things I would tell you that I already muted.
I'm not. Someone wrote something.
The two things I tell you. One, if somebody's into fitness, whether they're a trainer, they're an instructor, they've been working on their own, you see it, whatever, those are the people you want to talk to about coaching because they're already on their journey. So that's people we want to focus on, and we'll get to like what you exactly say too. And then the other thing is treat this exactly like you would any other job. That's what you have to start doing.
It doesn't have to all be people who are into fitness.
Well, I mean, maybe people aren't interested in fitness. Maybe
people who are just really super positive and like helping people.
That's good too.
I wasn't in fitness before I started.
But the other thing to say too is treating this like a job, because we've all, I'm sure, worked jobs that we did not enjoy. And what's one of the biggest complaints we've all had? I've had, I'm sure other people have. I hate who I work with. Kat annoys the crap out of me. Like, always just tap. We complain about our coworkers, you know? Like, we do that. I did it. Like, I freaking worked with people I did not enjoy, and you can't change anything. You're not the boss, you know? You can't. Kat annoys me, but guess what? We work together. I got to suck it up. Well, guess what? You're the boss of your business. There's no rules. And guess what? Find people that you want to work with. If Kat is your best friend and Bethany and you get along, why the hell wouldn't you want to work with them? That's cool. Like, that's what everyone dreams of. Like, how's your coworkers? I freaking love them. We go on vacations together every year because we're awesome. Oh, okay. Like, that's not normal because people hate who they work with. You're in control of who you work with. If you like somebody, they're cuddling your friend, whoever, and you think they'd be a good coach, they're positive, they're into fitness, maybe they're not into fitness, they're just a positive person, talk to them about coaching because you get to work with them. We work with you guys. We're not your bosses, but we get to work with you. We get to talk to you.
Or maybe it's someone who needs more positivity in their life.
Yeah, that too. Like, you hate your coworkers? Like, maybe work with us. We're happy. I know a guy that dresses up in girls' clothes and dances around his living room and does lip syncs.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I wonder who that is. That's fun. That's entertaining.
That's fun.
But that's who you want to seek out, is those type of people, you know, and you control it. If you talk to someone, you're like, I don't really like them, don't invite them to coach because you don't want to be miserable with them. Now, on the flip side, if you find somebody like Megan and you're like, I think Megan would be a good coach, how do you approach her about coaching? Courtney, go.
Well, it just depends on how you know them and your relationship. Okay,
the microphone.
Let's not do the microphone. Yeah, it depends on where your relationship is with the person. You can totally send out what they call cold invites, where you basically just straight out invite them and you don't necessarily know them completely. You may just like have found them on social media and thought they'd be a good coach, so you just reach out. You can do it that way. I mean, it's just literally asking to see, like, let me find.
You can't be afraid. I think people are afraid of being told no. Or being judged. You're gonna be told no. Like, don't get away from me, salesman. Like, or whatever, you know, like, don't expect no's, but be prepared when somebody says no. Like, Megan, I see you and all your stuff all the time. You would be an awesome coach. Yeah. I'd love to talk to you about what I do and how I show my journey. And she goes, no. not interested. And I go, ugh, crap. And then I just give up. Like, fine. She said no. Like, ask her why she said no. Is it she doesn't have money? If she doesn't want to do that? She's afraid of doing that. Like, there's so many different reasons why, but don't be afraid if she says no.
Yeah, and if they say no now, that just means not right now. It doesn't necessarily mean down the road, because I'm sure a lot of us coaching now were asked to coach at one time and we said no the first time.
Yeah.
So it's just
because if I invite her to coach, I think she'd be a great coach, and she said no for whatever reason, which is fine. She knows what I'm doing. And let's say she didn't have the money. Okay, let's use it, because money's a pretty big excuse for everything. She really didn't have the money. That's fine. Well, guess what? 3 months goes down the road. Her and her husband pay off some bills, get taxes back, whatever. And I post, I post on Facebook, like, hey guys, just a team call. Love it. Like, I love talking to all these motivating people. We're going to be traveling together soon, taking trips. Like, so stoked. And she sees that on my Facebook page and goes, oh, I'm ready for that. I got the money now. She messaged me, hey Cam, guess what? We got our taxes back. I have a little bit extra to get started as a coach. I saw you talk about trips. That's pretty exciting. I could use a trip. I want to get going now. Yeah, sweet. Like, that stuff happens because you planted a seed. You've been just
no's are just those little planted seeds.
And how you are able to get her to sign up or have her come back around is you staying consistent with yourself. Because if she tells you no, and you get all down on yourself and you give up and you stop sharing and working out and everything, then of course she's never going to join you as a coach or as a challenger, because you stop doing the number one thing, which is being consistent and sharing your journey. But if she sees it over and over again all day, every day, down the road, she still sees you doing that same thing. She's going to be more inclined to know where to go. Like, Cam and Cord are still coaching 3 years down the road. I'm ready now.
Well, isn't there a book that's called, like, Go for No or something like that?
Yeah, go for no, because you're basically planting seeds.
Yeah, go for as many no's as you can, because that means that's that many people you've invited and that know about it now.
And you're starting that relationship, like whatever relationship that is. But here's another great example. Let's say she told you no, and you're like, okay, and then you kept up with her, asked her about the kids, about the fam, and you just talk that way. And a year goes by, and all of a sudden you're like, bam, I moved to New York City, taking my business to New York because I love it. I'm going to do this. And she goes, whoa, 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 whoa. How did you do that? Like, I worked hard and I can take my business anywhere. That's what you were talking to me about last year? Yep, same thing. Well, I want to do that. Okay, you can. Because people, that's another thing. People don't believe in themselves or maybe even believe in the idea of a coach or get it. Mm-hmm. But like when success comes around, which is sad to say, but it's true, people are like, whatever. And then as soon as you have success, they're like, oh, that's what you were saying. I want to do that.
They like to see if you can be successful.
Because if you can stay with it, they'll believe that they can stay with it. And that goes with workout programs. And Kat would know. And, big thing. Like, as soon as people start seeing it, like, oh, I've made it to the gym 6 days this week. Like, that's better than it was before. Like, you can do this. And they start believing. Well, guess what? They got in the gym for 6 months straight, and their mom saw that. And because they stayed consistent with themselves, their mom now believes that they can do that same thing. And it's a trickle-down effect. If they see you being consistent and having success and doing that, they now look at themselves and go, well, if Cam did it, why can't I? If Kat did it, why can't I? If she did it, why can't I? And they start believing, like, well, I need to start because I think I could do that. And it's so true. Like, people want to see you be consistent, have success before they join in. And sometimes it takes 10 no's or 100 no's or 1,000 to where 3 months down the road, some of them start coming back around. Like, I'm ready now. Mm-hmm. I'm ready. And so many top coaches, you can hear their calls and hear them talk that they invited someone in 2012, and 4 years later, they signed up as a coach or a challenger. Like, that's a long time. It just wasn't
their time before.
They weren't ready, but that coach stayed with it, and it didn't matter that it took 4 years because they were still building their business that whole time while that person was waiting. So
I guess that's kind of in a nutshell.
That's that.
I guess we have like 3 minutes-ish left. I don't know if anyone had any questions or anything. You can just like raise your hand or unmute yourself or whatever if you did. I guess that's pretty much just what we want to talk about, is just don't be scared to invite, because you just never know when that one person is going to say yes. And for those of us who maybe did say yes pretty quick, like we're a rare breed. There's not that many people out there that will just go for it. So it takes some warming up for them.
Yeah. And yes, we get no's. Everyone does. I mean, top coaches get more no's than we've even invited people, you know. But what happens as well, which just surprised me, or surprise yourself, is when you're consistent with your workouts and sharing. Sometimes when you invite people, they say yes because they've been watching you and they're waiting for you to talk to them. Like, I'll be like, Bethany, I think you'd be a great coach. I think you'd help a lot of people. And then her response is like, I think I would too. I love all your stuff. I see you and your wife. And you're like, oh, like they've been seeing it and following it. And maybe it takes you reaching out to them about coaching. Like, that happens quite a bit, actually.
I don't know why we're also, like, I still sometimes get nervous to invite.
Because people don't like being told no. Yeah. And being told that,
scared of being, fear of being judged, fear of
that someone might not like you or
but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you just got to go for it.
Yeah. Just go for it.
Did someone have a question? No? Okay.
Did you just write that?
No, what?
The bottom one?
Thanks, guys, you too. Yeah, she did.
I don't know why my face is so
the bottom one she wrote.
Yeah.
I guess that's just
question.
Oh yes. Question.
Oh, sorry. I don't have a question, but I actually asked me to be a coach in May, and she wrote me yesterday and wants to sign up. And then I had someone today who I wrote, oh my gosh, in like April about it, and she never wrote me back. And then she wrote me today about it. So I guess just keep asking people.
See, yep, it's sometimes. Yeah, a lot of time it takes time for people to get ready for it. So even when someone says no, don't count them out. Like, still stay in touch with them. Don't just like cut them off, because then that's when they're really going to be like, oh, they just wanted to use me for something. So.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Well, girl, you never wrote me back. I just thought she didn't care. And then she wrote me back. She's like, I'm so sorry, I never even saw this. So I guess just sticking with it.
Yeah, a lot of time people don't even see them. And so if you feel like maybe, because usually like it'll say seen, but not all the time. But what I'll do, like if they don't respond within either like a couple days or a week, is I'll either write them again, or like I'll comment on one of their posts or whatever, write a little blurb and be like, hey, I sent you a message, you should check it out, or something small like that, just so they're like, oh, I got a message. So especially on Instagram, because not everyone sees their notifications for that.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. That's exciting for you that they reached out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Any other questions, or just like Megan, she was just saying something cool that happened or whatever? No? Quiet tonight. Okay. Well, did you have anything else to add?
Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not fun, then you're doing something wrong. It shouldn't be super stressful.
Yeah.
Although it can be
stressful.
stressful.
That's the thing too with coaching and this business, is there is no rules, you know, and you are your own boss. Like, whatever you like doing or whatever you like talking about, you get to make it that way. Like, if you like making cooking videos, do that. If you like talking on camera, do that. If you like making workout videos, do that. If you like teaching in person, do that. There's no limit to how you can brand yourself, and it should be fun, you know. Like, if you want to have a squirt gun fight after you do a workout with your friends at your house, you can. Like, that's the cool thing, you know. And it really makes it about you, because I mean, how many jobs have you ever heard of that people do and that you have to where there's no rules and you get to do whatever you want? Like, imagine working at McDonald's and you have no boss and you get to sell hamburgers however you want. Like, I would be outside with burgers, probably dancing around in this ridiculous outfit, like, come up some burgers, and my if that was real life, my boss would be like, put some clothes on and you're fired. Like, get inside.
Yeah.
But when it's your own business, you can do whatever the heck you want and nobody can say anything because it's your business. And that's cool. And have fun. It's supposed to be fun.
Just
have fun. I'm reiterating because it's boring.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll just end it with that.